Sam here from Seniors Gardening Advice, and I want to show you something that changed my patio completely. Climbing plants in pots. Yes, you heard that right. No digging required, no worrying about invasive roots, and you still get that beautiful vertical garden everyone admires. If your back isn't what it used to be, or you're dealing with limited space, this approach works perfectly. You get all the beauty without the heavy work. Before we get started, hit that subscribe button and tap the bell icon. We share practical gardening tips every week for folks who want results without complications. Drop a comment below telling me which climbing plant you want to try first. Understanding container climbing plants. Growing climbing plants in containers gives you control. These plants often spread aggressively when planted directly in the ground. Put them in pots and suddenly they become manageable. You can move them around, control their growth, and still enjoy their gorgeous flowers and foliage. Container gardening also helps those of us with small yards, patios, or balconies. You don't need acres of land to create a lush vertical garden. Just some good pots, quality soil, and the right plants. Let me walk you through 9 climbing plants that experts recommend for container growing. These aren't complicated plants. They're proven performers that work well in pots when you give them the basics they need.
Plant 1. Sweet peas. Let's start with sweet peas. The botanical name is Lathyrus odoratus, but everyone just calls them sweet peas. This annual vine loves the cooler weather of spring and fall. Once summer heat arrives, most sweet peas finish their growing cycle by June or July. According to Linda Martinez, who manages container gardens at several estates, sweet peas work beautifully in pots. She recommends planting 5 to 6 seedlings in a 12-inch container. Make sure you add a support structure right from the start. The stems and leaves have a gray-green color. The flowers are something special. Ruffled petals about an inch across, arranged in clusters. The fragrance is sweet and pleasant. You'll find sweet peas in many colors, from pure white to deep purple, with pinks, reds, and blues in between. These plants grow between 4 and 6 feet tall and spread 2 to 3 feet wide. They grow in zones 2 through 10, which covers most of the country. Give them full sun to partial shade. The soil needs to be rich and well-draining. Water regularly to keep the soil moist but not soggy.
Plant 2. Black-eyed Susan vine. Next up is the black-eyed Susan vine. Its botanical name is Thunbergia alata. This vine brings the cheerful look of black-eyed Susan flowers in a climbing form. This plant loves hot, humid summers. While many plants struggle in heat, black-eyed Susan vine thrives. It blooms for weeks without stopping. The flowers stay fresh and vibrant even in challenging conditions. Linda Martinez says this vine grows very well in seasonal containers. The key is giving it adequate moisture and fertilizer. The stems are thin and wiry. Single green leaves grow along these stems and wrap naturally around whatever support you provide. Once the plant establishes itself, flowers appear quickly. The flowers are open-faced and cheerful. You'll find them in pink, white, yellow, and several shades of orange. Each bloom has a dark center that creates a nice contrast. This vine grows 3 to 8 feet tall and spreads 3 to 6 feet wide. It grows in zones 2 through 10. Planted in full sun to partial shade. Use rich, well-draining soil. Keep the soil consistently moist, especially during hot weather. If you enjoyed these first 2 plants, give this video a thumbs up. It helps other gardeners find this information. And don't forget to share this with anyone who might benefit from container gardening tips.
Plant 3 is Clematis. Clematis is probably the most popular climbing plant among gardeners. The botanical name is Clematis species, and there are many varieties to choose from. Some clematis have large, showy, star-shaped blooms. Others produce delicate bell-shaped flowers. The variety in bloom types means you can choose the style that fits your garden best. Linda Martinez confirms that clematis does well in containers when grown on a support structure. Most clematis vines reach impressive heights. Some varieties weave or scramble along supports, staying around 2 feet. Others climb much higher. After flowering finishes, you can prune the vines. This pruning maintains a tidy appearance and encourages bushier growth. Different clematis types have different pruning requirements, so check the specific variety you choose. Clematis grows 1 to 3 feet tall and spreads 3 to 6 feet wide, depending on the variety. It grows in zones 3 through 9. Give it full sun to partial shade. Many gardeners say clematis likes its roots cool and its flowers in the sun. Use rich, well-draining soil. Water regularly to keep the soil evenly moist.
Plant 4. Climbing roses. Climbing roses bring romance and elegance to any space. The botanical name is Rosa setigera. These roses produce long, arching canes that can be trained to grow up trellises, fences, or other garden structures. Here's something important to know. Climbing roses don't actually climb like vines. They don't have tendrils or suckers. Instead, you tie or train them to grow vertically on supports. David Chen, who runs a nursery specializing in roses and perennial flowers, recommends the Sunset Celebration variety for containers. This variety produces beautiful pink and white striped blooms. The climbing habit is neat and manageable, making it perfect for pots with vertical supports. The blooms appear continuously throughout the growing season. The scent is sweet and pleasant. This makes climbing roses ideal for small garden spaces or patios where you want color and fragrance close by. Climbing roses grow 8 to 10 feet tall and spread 4 feet wide. They grow in zones 5 through 9. Plant them in full sun for best flowering. Use moist, well-draining soil. Roses appreciate regular feeding during the growing season.
Plant 5. Honeysuckle. Honeysuckle is both charming and wonderfully fragrant. The botanical name is Lonicera. This plant fills the air with sweet perfume. The Red Cascade variety works great for growing in containers. David Chen notes its compact size and non-invasive habit. Unlike some honeysuckles that take over entire fences, this variety stays manageable. It produces red-orange tubular flowers that pollinators love. Hummingbirds especially enjoy these flowers. The blooms appear heavily in late spring. After the main flowering, the plant reblooms sporadically throughout summer, giving you color for months. Honeysuckle grows 20 to 30 feet tall and spreads 6 feet wide when given room to grow. In containers, it stays smaller. It grows in zones 5 through 9. Give it full sun for best flowering. Use moist, well-draining soil. This plant tolerates some drought once established, but it flowers better with regular water.
Plant 6. Chocolate vine. The chocolate vine has an interesting name, and it lives up to it. The botanical name is Acabia quinata. This vigorous climber can be controlled nicely in container plantings. Linda Martinez explains why it's called chocolate vine. When the flowers bloom, they smell sweetly fragrant like warm chocolate. It's a unique and pleasant scent that makes this vine memorable. The vines wrap naturally around structures. Foliage appears in spring, followed by tiny clusters of flowers. The flowers come in burgundy or white. Both colors look attractive against the green foliage. Chocolate vine grows 20 to 40 feet tall and spreads 6 to 9 feet wide in the ground. In containers, it stays much smaller. It grows in zones 5 through 8. Plant it in full sun to partial shade. Use moist, well-draining soil. This plant isn't fussy about soil conditions as long as drainage is adequate. Remember to comment below with your favorite plant so far. I read all the comments and love hearing from you.
Plant 7. Rock trumpet. Rock trumpet is a tropical vine that's excellent for container plantings. The botanical name is Mandevilla species. This plant brings a tropical feel to patios and porches. Linda Martinez suggests planting rock trumpet in spring, right after the last frost passes. Use a large container with well-amended soil. These plants like full sun, and when you give them sufficient water and fertilizer, they provide blooms all summer long. The flowers are trumpet-shaped and come in shades of pink, red, and white. They're large and showy, creating instant visual impact.
The glossy green foliage provides a nice backdrop for the bright blooms. Cut the vining stems as needed to maintain a tidy appearance. This pruning doesn't hurt the plant and encourages more compact growth and flowering. Rock trumpet grows from 3 to 10 feet tall and spreads 3 to 4 feet wide. It grows in zones 10 and 11, which means it's only hardy in the warmest parts of the country. In other zones, treat it as an annual or bring it indoors for winter. Give it full sun to partial shade. Use rich, well-draining soil. Water regularly and fertilize throughout the growing season.
Plant 8 is American Wisteria. American Wisteria is a fast-growing climbing plant native to North America. The botanical name is Wisteria frutescens. Growing it in containers helps you enjoy its beautiful purple blooms without letting it take over your entire yard. Wisteria has a reputation for aggressive growth. The Asian varieties can damage structures and choke out other plants. American Wisteria is less aggressive, and growing it in containers gives you even more control. Linda Martinez recommends trimming any unwanted stems regularly. After flowering finishes, you can cut the plant back somewhat hard to maintain its size. This heavy pruning doesn't hurt the plant. The purple flower clusters hang down gracefully. They appear in spring and sometimes again in summer. The fragrance is sweet and pleasant. Bees and butterflies visit the flowers regularly. American Wisteria grows 15 to 40 feet tall and spreads 4 to 8 feet wide in the ground. In containers, expect smaller dimensions. It grows in zones 5 through 9. Give it full sun for best flowering. Use rich, well-draining soil. Water regularly, especially during dry periods.
Plant 9. Hedera. Finally, let's talk about Hedera, commonly known as ivy. The botanical name is Hedera species. Ivy can take over gardens quickly, but growing it in containers lets you control its size while still enjoying its beauty. David Chen recommends the Arctic Frost variety, which is slow-growing and delivers year-round interest in containers. This ivy variety offers eye-catching variegated foliage. The leaves show mint green and creamy white colors, creating a marbled, frosted effect. The leaves are broader than typical ivy. The unusual coloring brings a bold tropical look to container arrangements. While it doesn't produce showy flowers, the foliage provides constant visual interest. Hedera grows 8 feet tall and spreads 15 feet wide when unchecked. In containers, it stays much smaller. It grows in zones 8 through 11. Unlike most climbing plants, ivy prefers partial sun to full shade. This makes it perfect for those shady corners of your patio. Use moist, well-draining soil. Ivy tolerates a range of soil conditions, but grows best with consistent moisture.
Now that we've covered the 9 plants, let me share some general tips for growing climbing plants in containers. First, choose the right size pot. Most climbing plants need containers at least 12 to 18 inches in diameter. Larger is often better because it holds more soil and moisture. The extra soil volume helps buffer temperature changes and provides more room for roots. Second, use quality potting mix. Garden soil is too heavy for containers. It compacts and doesn't drain well. Buy potting mix specifically made for containers. It's lighter, drains better, and contains nutrients your plants need. Third, provide adequate support from the beginning. Install trellises, stakes, or other supports when you plant, not after the plant grows. Adding supports later risks damaging roots and stems. Fourth, water consistently. Container plants dry out faster than plants in the ground. Check soil moisture daily during hot weather. Water when the top inch of soil feels dry. Fifth, fertilize regularly. Container plants need more frequent feeding than garden plants because water carries nutrients out through drainage holes. Use a balanced, water-soluble fertilizer every 2 to 3 weeks during the growing season.
Growing climbing plants in containers opens up possibilities for every gardener. You don't need a big yard or perfect soil. You just need the right plants, appropriate containers, and basic care. These 9 climbing plants give you options for sun or shade, flowers or foliage, fragrance or visual impact. Choose the ones that fit your space and conditions. Start with 1 or 2 containers and see how it goes. I'm Sam from Seniors Gardening Advice. Thanks for watching. Hit that like button, share this video with fellow gardeners, and drop a comment telling me which plant you're most excited to try. I'll see you in the next video with more practical gardening tips.